try to do a little bit of reading, not much, but as much as I can. 15, 20, sometimes 30 minutes from some of my favorite books. And today, I've always loved The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. I think I'm pronouncing her name right. And this is her newest one, The Greatest Secret. And so I thought that I would kind of share some of the messages. I'm trying to see what chapter I was reading from, but there's always a chapter summary. And the chapter summary kind of sums up what the theme is, that the lesson that is in it. I want to talk about the power of, and this relates to the chapter that I read, and the summary that I read. The power of negative thought versus positive thought. And I know that sounds simplistic and overused and, general terms, like people are, just be more positive, it'll all be okay. But when our emotions become involved and when we actually start manifesting potentially negative things or hurtful things in our lives, it becomes a whole different ballgame. So what The Secret is all about is basically reprogramming your mind from all of the conditioning and all of the programming that you've had all of your life. We're like robots, I'm really particular with Chase. I'm careful what I say to him most of the time. I do have a temper. But most of the time, I am very careful of what I say to him because it's very important for him to have that foundation of positive belief systems within himself. And so I'm really careful what I say and, most of the time what I do, yeah, the power that comes from consciously creating from your mind instead of unconsciously creating. There's a big difference. There's such a big difference in that. And it makes all the difference in what you experience in life and what you want to create in your life. So I wanted to read a few of these bullet points from the summary page. I need to look up the chapter so that you know what chapter I'm reading from. I didn't even check to look. If I can find it. I can't find it. Why can't I find it? I'm such a dork. All right. We're just going to go with the summary. All right. The habit of believing our own thoughts robs us of being able to live in the magnificence and the glory of who we really are. That's so beautiful. Yeah, we don't even realize how powerful we are as creators, co-creators with God. I should give credit to our Creator because we were made in the image of Him. So we don't realize how powerful we are. And I struggle with that still. I think we all do to a certain degree because we can't quite inhabit that fully, embrace it fully. But it's true. Look at what's been done in the world throughout the centuries, the accomplishments and the things that people have done. We're powerful. We just don't know it. A lot of us don't. We're not raised to believe that. It's your thoughts about a person, circumstance, or event that's the source of negative situations in your life, not the actual person, circumstance, or event. This means that what happens is, and we all do it, I'm guilty as charged, what we do is we project things onto circumstances that happen to us or people in our lives that really at the root is not really the source. It's the internal mind. It's what we project on. It's called projection. So we project onto people. We project onto things in our life, or circumstances in our life that are not relevant to what's really going on inside of us. And it comes from not really looking within yourself, looking within yourself. Self-reflection is what I'm trying to say. Really harnessing the power of your mind, and also the healing process, which I talk about in almost every one of my videos. The healing process is so important, and I'll always be in a healing process. I mean, I think we all will. I mean, we're always evolving and growing. But as long as we're willing to do that work and get there, then we will find much more peace. Sorry, my nose is running a little bit. Harmony, we will find a congruence in our lives, a pathway to healing and joy and peace is what I'm trying to say. So, next one. Most people believe their own thoughts as though they were facts, which explains why life is stressful and challenging for so many. And that is where, in almost all of my videos, this is one big one that I talk about, is being the observer of your life instead of participating in actually being inside of your ego mind. Stepping out of that ego mind and really just observing and saying to yourself, what's going on here? Like, what's really at play? What are the beliefs I'm believing? What are the thoughts that I'm thinking? We just automatically, like, the thoughts that go through our head, a lot of times we identify with our thoughts instead of with our being. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. So, don't believe the thoughts in your head most of the time. I mean, because the ego naturally tends to go towards the negative, not the positive. So, you have to really sift through what's good for you and what's bad for you, in other words. And what's going to help you thrive, what's going to help you create and manifest. Manifestation is real. We do it every day. Yeah, I think that point was made. When we believe our thoughts, we're immediately caught in an imaginary mind-made movie that's playing inside our head, and we're no longer experiencing the world as it is. So, and that's very true. I mean, again, it all goes back to projection, and our minds create our reality, our beliefs, our thoughts, our emotions. All of that just goes like this, and it creates just like. But the problem is that with our Creator, He's all pure love and all consuming love, whereas we, as humans, have to go through the evolutionary process of evolving out of our projections and our, all the negative emotions and all of the things that keep us hindered in life. So, but we will do it. I have faith that we will conquer. We will conquer. Thoughts are also responsible for causing our feelings. And then in turn, our feelings will cause more thoughts. I think that kind of I already kind of explained that one. Our thoughts and our emotions are definitely directly connected and always will be. And so that is why one of the main themes of my channel is always going back to holding the space within yourself to observe yourself instead of reacting to everything, instead of identifying with your emotions, in other words. Because thoughts create, emotions create. And so, yeah, the power of, that's what I'm going to name this video, the power of negative thought versus positive thought. Seems so superficial, and maybe I won't name it that. I don't know. Maybe I'll name it something different. But it seems superficial when you, because, you know, oh, positive thinking, that's what's going to get you. But it has everything to do with the deeper stuff. Like, what were you raised to believe? What karma do you hold in your soul, in your body? What do you believe that you're capable of? What, I mean, it all is so important. And so it's something to think about. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, that you found something helpful from it, or many something helpfuls from it. And yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.